We are now live on YouTube and Facebook. Chairman, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operation Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago being held today, January 4th, 2024 at 1 p.m. Acting Director Gitteroff, please call the roll.
Thank you, Chairman Maldonado.
Here.
Thank you. Chairman Rendell. Here. Okay. Chairman, we have one.
Thank you, Acting Director Gitteroff. The first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for the meeting held November 8th, 2023.
Move to approve.
Motion approved. Next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
There are no registered speakers.
Thank you, Mary Pat. Next item on the agenda is report by Director of Procurement, James Borkman.
Happy New Year, Commissioners.
Happy New Year.
To kick off the new year, we have a couple of items for you and one update regarding a bid opening that you'll hear about at the upcoming board meeting next week. My first report is the task order awards for specialty consultant services. We had 2 task orders issued since our previous report. They were both for environmental engineering services. The first was for the Toman Branch Library that was awarded to Carnell Conabear and Associates. They are an MBE, WB, and WBE firm. That was for $28,098. The second was for the Salt Dome Replacement Facility on Grand Avenue, the beautiful golf ball that we have over there. That was awarded to AECom Technical Services, Inc. in the amount of $10,915. Again, both were for environmental engineering services. Any questions on C1? All right. The next report is somewhat lengthy, but it's exciting. In August of 2023, last year, we put out a request for qualifications. We had in 2016 qualified a number of firms to provide general contractor services to the PBC, and we break them out by class. As you can see in the report, there's Class A, which has no limit, Class B, which is a not to exceed limit of 10 million, Class C, not to exceed 5 million, Class D, not to exceed 2 million, and Class E, not to exceed 500,000. Working with our development department and other experts, we issued a request for qualifications to get a new pool of general contractors. It had been quite some time. This was something that we really wanted to do before the pandemic hit. Of course, that delayed some matters. But now that we have some work incoming and we had the ability to do so, we spent a significant amount of time and effort working with Ray and his team to ensure that we could create a new pool using those same classes. So we went out on the street. We had 81 people attend pre-submission conference, which we were really happy about. Of those 81 people, 15 of them decided to submit. We were really pleased with it sounds like a low ratio, but we were happy with it. And we evaluated these responses. We looked at the firm's technical competence, past performance, the qualifications they submitted based on their key personnel, what experience that personnel had. And we also looked at the financial capacity. There was a specific focus this time around on their commitment to utilize minority and women participation. We're very happy to say that as I go through these names, you'll hear a significant improvement in our Class A and Class B contractors. Those probably do 95% of the work that we have. So we're really happy to go from, just to give you a little background, in 2016 Class A, we had 1 M&W. Now we have 4. In B, we had none. And now we at least have 1. So we're very, very proud as we go through this. So I'll read through the names of the firms that we recommend to be pre-qualified and their classes, if that's okay with everybody. All right. For Class A, Albright Construction, All Construction Group, which is a MBE firm, Bergland Construction, Blenderman Construction Company, Inc., BOA Construction Group, which is an MBE firm, Brandenburg Industrial Service Group, Broadway Electric, Inc., Burling Builders, Inc., Clark Construction Group, FH Passion, SN Nielsen and Associates, LLC, Friedler Construction, Gilbane Construction Company, Gilbane Building Company, GMA Construction Group, which is an MBE firm, Henry Brothers Construction, Hunt Construction Group, Inc., James McHugh Construction Company, John Burns Construction Company, KR Miller Contractors, Inc., Path Construction Company, Inc., Powers and Sons Construction, the George Solid Construction Company, Turner Construction Company, Tyler Lane Construction, Inc., Ujama Construction, Inc., which is another MBE firm, Walsh Construction Company 2 LLC, and that would create the Class A's. So that would again be no limit. For Class B, the not to exceed 10 million limit, we're recommending Aldridge Electric, Inc., Cordos Development and Associates LLC, and Scale Construction, Inc., which is an M and WBE firm both. For Class C, we're looking at the not to exceed 5 million limit here. It's our recommendation to go with John Keno and Company, Inc., MG Mechanical Contracting, Inc., Millhouse Construction, Inc., which is an MBE firm, and the Reyes Group Limited, which is another MBE firm. For Class D, not to exceed 2 million projects, Granite Construction Group, SMB Contracting, Inc., which is an M and WBE firm, and Unique Casework Installations, which is also an M and a WBE firm. And finally, for our Class E, smaller projects not to exceed $500,000 would be Keyboard Enterprises Development. I'm sorry, let's start at the top. Jensen Window Corporation, the Keyboard Enterprises Development, Inc., which is an MBE firm, Omega 3 LLC, Tiles in Style LLC, which is an M and WBE firm, and Torrey Construction LLC, which is a WBE firm. We're excited, once approved by the board and this committee, to work with several new companies. The firms that you see bolded in your book are new to the PBC, and we're really excited to offer the opportunities that the PBC has with these new firms and to have increased our M&W participation in doing so. I'm happy to take any questions on the recommendations. No, okay. I appreciate you indulging my reading through the names. Last but not least, I'll make this one painless. You will hear next week at our board meeting, we have two bids that are one bid that was out on the street we received back, and you'll hear more about that. That was a project for one of the WPA streets, Fillmore Street specifically, the Works Progress Administration that we're doing with the CDOT Department of Transportation, and you'll hear about that award. The next is due back on Monday, and that's the Central Hearing Facility located at 400 West Superior. A delightful building for those of you that have ever been in it. It needs some work, and so we're going to get that taken care of. And we'll have that award for you on the board meeting day as well.
Excellent.
The WPA street, so you said the street is Fillmore?
Fillmore Street, yeah, from South Campbell Avenue to where it dead ends into the railroad tracks, just about a block,
Okay,
a city block.
so there's still WPA street still lurking out.
So I believe Ray would know exactly the number, but it was something in the 30s, I believe, for the number
Yeah,
of
so
WPA.
we
streets.
continue to work with CDOT to identify that work that's actually a great investment in those areas. So we anticipate, more WPA projects coming our way as we work with our partners at CDOT. So it's important work, and
Yeah,
it's
sure.
unit price based, and our first contractor at Medill did great, and we anticipate this contractor doing the same.
Is it a complete rebuild of the street or what? Or
It is
Yep.
restoration of the street and improvements throughout the site. So it'll be a great investment in that area.
thank you. I move to accept the report.
Reports are accepted. Next item on the agenda is report by Acting Executive Director Ray Gitteroff.
Thank you, Chairman Maldonado. With regard to the field order reports, there are no field orders that exceed our reporting threshold. The only thing that I'll say about those field reports is they were reviewed with our clients for concurrence in order to issue those field orders. My next report is in regard to change orders. There's one change order to report. It is for the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex Project. It is in the total credit amount of $212,713.85. Two parts to it. The first is a credit amount of $160,470.05 for deduction of unused commission contingency. And the other has to do with liquidated damages associated with the failure to meet compliance commitments in the credit amount of $52,243.80. That concludes my report, unless there are specific questions that we can answer.
So on the Wendell Phillips, it's like female journey workers and minority apprentice.
Correct.
Okay. And then this is Berlin Builders.
Yeah, and we reviewed the damages with Berlin Builders. They are in agreement, and we're presenting that today as a final damages for the project.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
All right, I move to accept the report.
Reports accepted. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
You adjourn.